Hello, I wanted to make a quick and simple guide for this new boss that came out with Blood Moon Rises. The Maggot King requires you to have a melee switch together with either range or mage. I'm using a harmony staff together with fire surge, as the boss is weak to fire. But you could downgrade to a shadow with thralls or even twin flame staff. If you're using range, you could use a Saurite crossbow, as he's weak towards heavy bolts. The boss has 3 different attack styles and he starts with range. After a while he will switch into mage attacks and later melee. Every time he transitions into another attack style he will suck in air, and during this time you don't want to have your prayers up, as else you will take a lot of damage, so turn them off. Now he will shoot projectiles and start by stepping to a safe tile. Then once the projectile has landed, step onto a new tile that was previously marked by a shadow, as that tile will probably be safe. Once the boss has reached 65% HP, his new phase will become melee. But be aware, if you manage to get the boss below 65% HP in the middle of the transition, he will not switch to melee until the next transition. So on the start of the transition animation, he has to be below 65% HP already. So how do we know if to pray against range or mage? On the start, you always start against range. You will see green splashes on the floor, so just remember green is range, it's pretty simple, and yellow will be mage. Green splashes will poison you if you step onto them, and you could bring anti-poison, but I would recommend to bring a Sanfew potion, as that will give you anti-poison. And it will also help you against the next type of splash, which is the yellow splashes. The yellow splashes give you a DC, and if you don't have a Sanfew potion, then you will start to drain combat stats. If you're an Iron Man with no access to Sanfew, you could use Resiliism Balm, which removes disease. There's other ways too, but they're kind of weird because disease is a rare mechanic in the game. So just keep it simple with Sanfew potions. To avoid splashes, you can step away 2 tiles from your current tile once you see the shadows under you. And there will always be 3 splashes around your tile. Once the boss has switched his mage phase, he will spawn a grub. And these slowly heal the boss, and if they catch you, they also heal the boss and damages you. I choose to ignore those, but if you do bring range gear, I think you could one-shot them with a quick weapon like Webweaver bow. When the boss goes into melee phase, you want to attack with your crush weapon and melee gear. You can attack him from far, where his neck is, and it reaches in like 3 tiles from his arena. Attacking from far can help you navigate around the arena without running onto splash pools or get caught by grubs. After the melee phase, Maggot King will go back to the style that he wasn't last time. So if he was mage, you go back to pray range. And if you were praying range before, you start praying mage. Around 35% HP, he will go back to melee, and then after melee, he will go back to the other phase that he wasn't. When the boss is below 25% HP, he will soon switch into his melee phase, and he will always stay in melee. Now that I explained the mechanics, I will go through how I deal with this fight. Before I enter, I boost my combat stats, mage and melee. I start with a Cursed Scepter spec. I run up here to the top left and I start with pray against range. Now here's the splashes that I was talking about, and you want to just walk away 2 tiles, attack, 2 tiles, attack. And I like to place them here in a focused area, like next to each other, as it makes the rest of the arena pretty clean. So soon he will start his mage phase. He's gonna, there, he sucks in air. There's projectiles, step to safe tile, then to a shadow tile, as that will not have projectiles. A grub spawns, ignore that. And we have switched off our prayers during this time, and then we switched to mage when we see the projectile. Now attack, step 2 tiles, attack, step 2 tiles. And now he's below 65% HP, which means that next time he transitions, he will go to melee phase. So equip your melee gear and get ready to hammer spec him. Boom. Step here to the corner, attack one time, step in one tile, attack, step out one tile, attack, step in, don't attack, step out, attack, step in, attack, step out, attack, step in, don't attack, step out, attack, step in, attack, step out, attack. So what the fuck was going on? You step, attack, step, attack, step, attack. But on the fourth one, you only step without attacking, and then you step back. And repeat this. So 3 attacks with 3 steps, and the last step or fourth step with no attack, and repeat. Now this will make so that you're instantly, like you see I'm using Eldemar, which is a 6-tick weapon, but when you do this, there's a mechanic which allows you to instantly attack without you having to wait for 6-tick. And if you fail this, you have to wait for your weapon to get ready to attack again. So when you choose to attack, it's when he slams, you attack, step in, attack, step out, attack. Step in, don't attack, step out, attack, step in, attack, step out, attack. So that's it. Now you see air around him, turn off your prayer. You can also hear the sound, and you will get used to this. It looks like lots of things are happening, but I'm gonna say this is a pretty chill fight. Now switch to your mage gear and be ready to pray against what you were not praying against last time. So I have to start praying range here, because I was praying mage before the melee phase. But if I'm unsure, let's see here. It's green splashes here on the floor? Yeah, pray range. If it was yellow, pray mage. Now there's grubs here. I choose to avoid them by not being in the same row as them. And I attack, step 2 tiles, attack, boom. The boss sucks in air. Switch to melee gear. And the boss is below 25% HP, which means he will always be in melee phase now. So now we repeat this weird melee thing. Be on the outside and start your attack. Attack, step in, attack, step out, attack, step in, step out, attack, step in, attack, step out, attack. Step in, don't attack, step out, attack. And you see here I walked out a diagonal to avoid the grubs, as I can reach his neck. And boom, that's the fight. I think this was a good time. I killed him in 2 minutes without sweating. And on average I think you should get kills that are around 2 to 3 minutes, depending on your gear. So if you reach this far into the video, I want to share some hidden tips and tricks, and it will improve your experience with this boss. So there is this prayer altar in this world that you can use to get your prayers up. There's also this bank that you can build, and I'm gonna post the materials that you need for it to be crafted. And then there's also this NPC that lets you fast travel towards the boss arena. Now how do you unlock this guy? To unlock this guy, you run south where the boss dungeon is, and if you open the minimap, you should be directly south of the shortcut icon here on the map. Now there should be small little monsters attacking a little mage here. Kill those, and once you kill them, you talk to the NPC and he will now give you access to his transport. So yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good day, and good luck with Maggot King.